Hello everyone, it's Miriam here at Paper Wheels, the home of the wheelchair crafter. I am on day 3. That's good, Miriam. There's 100 days and I'm on day 3 and it took me a minute to come up with that. Can you imagine what I'm going to be doing about day 55 or 60? Stick around. We'll see how well my mind does with this. Anyway, today I thought I'd bring you along and show you my secret to cutting out stamps. I actually have several pairs of scissors. This is just a sheet of faux stamps. I'm really not sure where. It's a freebie I picked up somewhere. Unfortunately, whoever created it did not put their name on it. So if you know or you are the creator, please claim so I can give you credit for this. These are just some stamps I've printed on. It's actually pretty substantial. I'm not sure what weight it is, but sticker paper is pretty substantial paper. I took a little piece off of it just to see how thick it was. And the backing is very thin, but this is pretty thick. So, let me just show you some differences in the scissors, ways different people cut stamps. And then I'm going to show you one way around every one of these. I'm not sure what this one is called. It's that faux stamp edge, but I have no idea because there's nothing on it. But let me show you what I mean by the faux stamp edge. A lot of creators will use this edge when they create edges on their stamps that they create. And that's enough to show you. It just has like a scallop with little straight lines in between. Some people will cut their stamps out with, oops, I laid the wrong piece of paper aside. Might use pinking shears. Let's see what the pinking shears. Of course, we all know what it looks like, but let's cut a piece so we can see. These are small. This just gives you a little bit of a, it's not like larger pinking shears, so you just get a little bit of a cut with this. It can certainly be used to cut out stamps if you have them. By all means, use what you have. However, if you're in the market for something, I'll show you what to get. I also have another set of scallops. Some people will even cut their stamps, maybe with a scalloped edge. And cut them just simply all the way around with this scallop type edge here. These must not be very sharp for me. However, you can see if you look at the edge of the scissors, it's just a little rounded edge to give you that scallop look along the edge. So let me get rid of my pieces of paper here. You could also, if you wanted, simply cut your stamps out with regular scissors. I'm going to just cut these off the bottom here with my regular scissors. This actually, I don't know if you can see it. I'll hold it close. This has a faux stamp, there you go, a faux stamped edge around it, which is really just like a scalloped look, almost, with a very tiny straight line. So I'm going to go outside of that and just simply cut a straight line across here. If my little scissors will cut this, because it's fairly thick. I'm really impressed with how thick it is. I didn't bring my big scissors over to my desk, so let's see here. I don't keep big scissors on my desk because I tend to use the little ones. So which don't want to cut this heavier cardstock stuff, but I'm almost to the other end. We're not going to leave the cut like this anyway. So let's get to the other end. Now, the scissors that I use to cut my stamps out with, they're not stamp cutting scissors. I purchased them on Amazon. If I recall, I know they're, because I always buy less things. The time I got them, they were less than $20 on Amazon. I couldn't give you a price now. I do know that I've noticed recently a lot of Amazon prices are going up. And I've not searched for these on Temu, so I don't. They may have them there as well, or AliExpress. The secret for cutting stamps, as far as I'm concerned, is buying you a pair of these hair cutting shears. You wouldn't think they're just hair thinning shears. That's what they look like. That's what one blade looks like. The other blade is just simply a straight blade. Let me show. Hopefully, it has cut every paper but this one I'm about to cut. So let's see if it works on this. Hopefully, it will cut right across. So we want to go wherever we want it. And if it's a thicker paper, yeah, I got to take a little extra time here because it is harder to cut your thicker papers with these scissors. In fact, there we go. It's cutting it now. It's just going to take a little time because the paper is so thick. It's like a cardstock paper. However, if you move along there, even at a slow pace, you're going to see the edge that it gives you is very much like a postage stamp. If I were simply, I made the mistake actually of printing these on a heavier cardstock. If I'd have printed them on a just regular sticker paper, and I wanted sticker paper because I thought, you know, stamps, you just stick it down, right? All right, here we go. It is going through it, so you'll be able to see how it does. I will use a piece of regular paper so you can see how it does there too, even though I won't be cutting out a stamp. All right, so there you have your, this is the edge you get with that. Looks like maybe we might have, if I pull some of these little bits off here, that we may have just taken that out. If you end up with long stringies like I've got, just come back in with your regular scissors and trim those down so it just looks like that. Did we get it? And it did it. Yeah, you want to trim those down so it just looks like you've got a stamped edge. You can see here how it does. There's a little section there that came out good, and I'm sure it's the weight of the paper because I want to show you what it looks like if you simply cut regular paper from it, just like print your stamps on regular copy paper and then use these scissors to cut. I want you to see how this does. They're really not hard to cut. I just have trouble between my hand and first finger, so I like to grip them in a different way. Here we go. Then you get, as long as you get those, it pierces through your paper, then you can just simply tear that off. And look at that. It looks as if it's an actual postage stamp. And that's the look you get. Like it, you've got the little dots that you've dotted, poke that out. So let me see if I can get this one off of here. And if I can, we'll go ahead and use it on a couple pockets I have here. And we'll decorate a pocket while you're on here with me. Let me just go ahead and see if I can just cut right through this. It works best with the stamps if you do not have to, like if you put your blade down and then cut. That one turned out perfect. See how the look it gave? So, the secret I've discovered is partially you want to make sure you have your scissors so that, I may have cut it upside down that time. You can tell me, did I cut it upside down? If you saw me cut it upside down, comment below and let me know. I'm going to make sure I've got it far enough. Let me get this piece out of the way. Oh, come on. I could use my scissors, but we'll just tear it off there since we're not going to use it. All right. We'll come along here and attempt to cut the other two sides. I want to get my piece in there far enough Usually with regular stamps, you don't have this problem. These, however, that I printed are quite large. So I want to cut till I have no more blade here. So let's, maybe if I hold it with this hand, I can do better. This is the reality, folks. But I'm stubborn enough that I'm going to make this work with this heavier cardstock. And I know I won't make the same mistake again, though. It keeps wanting to turn on me. That's all right. I know I said cut all in one thing, but for the sake of decorating, we're going to get this baby done. All right, this should take us to the end of the stamp, hopefully. Almost there. It's like almost heaven, West Virginia. So how many people out there are actually from West Virginia? Have any of you from other areas, countries, states visited West Virginia before? You know, I'm doing this upside down, and I'm seeing for some reason with this particular paper, it's cutting it a lot easier upside down. So it doesn't quite, if you put it upside down though, it doesn't quite give it that stampy look. So let me, all of this for a simple heavyweight cardstock, right? Okay, I got it through there. But it really looks horribly bad down here, so I'm going to try to even it up a bit without letting it do that. So let's try doing it a little bit at a time. I think it'll be okay when I go to put it on my paper, though, because it took all but the backing off, interestingly enough. All right. The other thing about using these scissors, when you're using it on the thinner paper, I didn't do too bad. It's my strength with this thickness of paper that's getting in the way. You guys could probably, if you don't have any limitations, just whack right through that. So now I have my sticker here and a pocket. So I'm just going to simply peel the back off of this and put it down. What is going on? I don't know what's going on here, folks, but this side's glossy. The back paper is actually the sticky part. I don't know what we printed this on. I had somebody help me print this, and I have no idea. Maybe that's why it's not cutting well. This is actually the sticky part here. So I have no clue what's going on, and this is the glossy. I have no clue. But I'll figure that out after the video. I'm not going to try to figure it out right mid-video here. So we'll get my glue bottle. This is just a PVC white glue. If you don't print your stamps on sticker paper and you simply use copy paper, you would be doing the same thing I'm doing, just adding some glue to the back and putting it down. So I think, though, before I glue it down, I do have a piece of green lace that I just spotted on my desk. It's some adhesive. It's not technically not lace. It's like a lace faux washi kind of thing. And I thought I'd put that right up the top and just put that right across my pocket like that. So let me cut me a piece of this. So how's weather where everybody is? We're getting some sunshine, and we are actually getting up to low 60s today, which is absolutely amazing since we've had some very cold weather in Ohio this winter. I'd like to see us get one more cold spell, though. Maybe it would help kill off some of the notorious mosquitoes and bugs of the summer. Yes, we want our honeybees, and the bees that help to pollinate our flowers, but we certainly don't. I suppose mosquitoes have their place in the whole scheme of things. We certainly don't want them, and I'm having trouble getting this peeled up. So let me try this end. Yep, there we go. I hope. I might have cut it too short because it does have some yellow on that. No, I didn't. Thank goodness. All right, we're just going to try to get it lined up here without letting it stick. And in the event you're one of those people that has trouble with things sticking down and not getting it where you want it to be, you stick around and come back to see me, because I have some ideas for that. And I have this product that I found that will actually allow you to pull that sticker back up without paper residue, and you'll be able to use that sticker again. So stick around. It will be one of my 100-day videos, so you'll have to watch my channel and see when it comes up if you're interested in learning how to keep your stickers, learning how to fix your sticker mistakes and still reuse your stickers. So, I'm not sure. That'll probably be within the first week or two. Maybe even the first week. I'll have to look at my schedule that I've made myself and go from there. All right, so now I've got that down with a little bit of a, it just kind of gives it a little sparkly trim there. Even though it's green, it kind of blends in with it, but I like how it kind of sparkles. And that now makes my postage stamp too large for my pocket. So I'm going to have to cover up a little bit of my lace. Let's see if I could possibly peel this back till I get my stamp down, and it's going to let me if it doesn't start to tear right there. Oh, it came up enough that I think I'll be good. All right. I'm going to leave my stamp like it is, since I had such a tough time cutting it out, not realizing I didn't print it on sticker paper. Silly me. Now, I'm just using a regular PVA glue. It actually is made by Ranger. I've never tried it before, so I don't know how well it works or how much it warps things. Of course, I don't think this will warp much because it does have that clear, shiny background. And I'm going to put my stamp right here as close to the edge as it'll possibly go without interfering with anything or going off the edge. I don't want it off the edge. There we go. And I'm just simply going to put that right back down on top of it. And it's fairly new, so I know it has quite a bit of sticky. And then we have that so far. All right, let's get a couple other things here to go with our stamp. And let's say you have one of the Tim Holtz labels that you'd like to give it a stampy look. So we'll pull one out here. And I think I'm going to use that to decorate that, but I'll pull one out here and show you what it does on some of these pieces. Here's just that's cardstock. Here is a piece printed on, it's just a little bit, it's like a Tim Holtz bit, printed on heavier than copy paper, but not the heavy as cardstock. It was kind of like a presentation paper, I believe it was. So I'm just going to cut this here and give it that stamped look. I'm going to make sure it does not turn on me. And I'm just going to cut clear to the end. I'm putting my scissors all the way through there. Then I'm going to take that part off. And there's the edge you get when they work. Okay, everybody see my edge there against my hand? And then I'm just going to come in with my little scissors and cut any of my extended pieces off. I'm going to leave a few because don't you usually, when you tear stamps, have a few of those on there? And then I also have this piece that maybe I could put on there like that. And cut this bit down and maybe use it as well. I did not ink my stamp. Normally I do ink things, so my bad. I don't think I'm going to ink anything today because I'm working on another journal and I have my blue ink dauber on it, and I just simply don't want to ink it blue. Though it might look pretty with the green, I'm not going to. So let's put this down on here. A lot of times if I'm using like a PVA glue or something, I just use the nozzle of my bottle to spread it out. If it's just something small like that. This bottle does allow out more than the art glitter glue, but I have used it. I love it. I have trouble with it because it's so thick. I have trouble squeezing it out of the bottles, so I prefer not to use it, but I will if that's what I've got. I just simply have used up everything I've got, and I don't think I'll purchase any more of it for now. Maybe someday in the future I might. I'm going to cut that other 5 off because it does have 12 by 5. So we'll cut that 5 off there and cut that down. We'll throw that little 5. Hopefully if I throw it back in there, it'll be here to use next time. Sticking that down a little more. I must have got enough glue on the edging. All right. So now I have this piece, which is really cool because it has those edges from the stamp. However, that's what it actually looks like. The blade's cut into that. So I am going to grab an ink. I fibbed. You never know what I'm going to do. I say I'm going to do one thing and I end up doing another. So you never know. You just never know. Let me just simply, this is frayed burlap I'm using. Just going to try to ink the edge of that a bit. And I don't like the size of it. Where's my scissors again? I'm going to cut it down and I'll ink it sideways because I don't want one quite that same size as the end of that. You'll be able to tell it was the end off of that if it's the same size. So I'll do that, and I'm just going to rub it along my ink pad to get a little bit of ink along the edge. And I'm going to do the same with my little tiny one. Decorate your pocket stamps, whatever you happen to be making or decorating. Do it with what you like. You don't have to do it the same as other people. The more you make journals, the more you will get your own style and know what you like. I had no idea when I first started using some of the Tim Holtz stuff that I would like the grungy look. But the more journal kinds of things I do like that not dirty grungy, but kind of aged grungy look for journals. It's quiet in here if I'm not talking. Very quiet. Wind's blowing outside, but other than that, we had rain this morning. I'm not sure. We might get some more back. Probably, I don't know, we might even be going back into the 30s by the weekend. Who knows? So, here we have that. And we got a pocket decorated using my stamp scissors. And I want to show you again what your edges can look like. If I let you see up close, we've got both of those. Oh, extra piece of something there we don't need. We've got those edges where I use the scissors right there so you could see them. Again, if I had a little more strength when I cut, it would be perfect. But now I have that pocket that I can use in a future journal. So I'm just going to put that away with my pockets. And that is my video for today, folks. It was shorter than usual. I hope you all come back and join me again tomorrow. Tomorrow, I've got a plan for some more making of things with the index cards. So please come and join me while I make some journal cards out of index cards. If you like to see how people decorate and do those kinds of things, come back tomorrow for day 4 of the 100-day project. Take care, everyone.